We're looking for the nation's best cocktail creators. 3 regions, 3 finalists, 1 grand prize winner.
Three of the best bartenders in the country are about to compete at the Sagamore Spirit Cocktail Showdown National Finals. I'm Tommy McFly of the Tommy and Kelly Show podcast, with you today at the Sagamore Spirit Distillery on the waterfront in beautiful Baltimore, Maryland. We've got 3 incredible bartenders, 3 awesome judges, and this studio audience. As far as studio audiences go, they're a pretty darn good-looking studio audience, if I do say so myself. Now, if you're new to the Cocktail Showdown, let's talk about how we got here. Bartenders from across America competed and kind of campaigned to get social media votes. More than 7,000 got them into virtual regional competitions, and those champions are here with us today. Let's meet the contestants. Our winner from the West, hoping to bring some of that Las Vegas luck along with them, Troy Del Grosso, with his cocktail, Rye Here, Rye Now. Our Central Region champion with a Texas-sized personality and Texas-sized flavor, Max Wingert, with his cocktail, the Gold Fashioned. And from the East, from the first state, hoping to be in first place, Ryan Minnick with his cocktail, the Nobleman. As our contestants get ready, let's meet our fantastic judges. Wendy Hodges from Chill 100. Brian Tracy's the president of Sagamore Spirit, and reality star and Baltimore girl, Robin Dixon. All right, Wendy, you do this a lot with Chilled 100. You judge contests. What are you looking for? What are you hoping to taste?
So I'm looking for them to really showcase the spirit. That's the first thing. Second thing is balance. Those cocktails really need to balance out and have a really great flavor profile.
Brian, you and your team at Sagamore Spirit make these incredible, incredible whiskeys. Send them out into the world. Bartenders mix them up. What do you hope to taste when they come back to you?
In a similar manner, I also like to see the spirit shine and see it get complimented. And I look for creativity as well.
So we learned about Maryland Rye earlier on the tour. What is Maryland Rye?
Maryland-style rye is known as not just all spice, but a nice balance of sweetness and spice.
Robin Dixon, I've seen that you enjoy a good whiskey.
Absolutely.
What are you looking for? What are you tasting for today?
So I am no expert. However, I am a girl that will not turn down a good cocktail or a shot of whiskey. And so for me, I want to see, is this a cocktail that I'm going to order again? Am I going to go to a restaurant and want to order it again?
And so important for the contestants because you're someone who will go to their bar and buy their cocktail.
Absolutely. I represent a woman that wants to hang out at happy hour and have a good time.
Let's see how they do. Our first contestant, he's ready to go. Our winner from the West, Troy Del Grosso. Hey, Troy. Welcome to Baltimore. How's it going?
It's going, man. I love it.
Bringing some Vegas magic with the Rye Here, Rye Now. What goes into this cocktail?
It's a spirit forward cocktail that I just truly love. I mean, I don't know how to describe it more than that. That's what I got.
I haven't ordered a drink at a bar in forever. You're the first in like a year and a half. So bartender, may I please have a Rye Here, Rye Now?
Yeah, that's what we will do right now.
Let's make it happen. Right.
So, it's a real heavy cocktail. 2 ounces.
So when you were looking at the Sagamore Rye and you're looking at the ingredients to put into it, what did you bring to the table, and why did you put the ingredients in you did?
I think the rye in the Sagamore Spirit really comes out, and that all my ingredients like make it beautiful.
Being running a cocktail programs in Vegas, do you have to have like a show in the glass too?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. You know, I work on Fremont Street, so I don't have to worry about that too much.
When you bring in, so what are you putting in there now? This is the...
So I just put in an Amaro. It's Mileti Amaro. And then I'm putting Lillet Blanc.
How does the Blanc interact when it hits the Sagamore whiskey?
It's just like there's a lot of like calming ingredients that just make the cocktail go really well.
Nice.
And then, of course,
I've never seen chartreuse. Well, I haven't seen chartreuse in a lot of cocktails. Is this your secret weapon?
yes, very much so. It's herbal, it's flavorful. I mean, it's also high in proof. That's why I don't put too much into it.
And I see you're using orange bitters too. Bartenders are very specific about their bitters. Why did you choose this kind of bitters?
Because bitters goes with everything.
Nice. Something about that sound of ice hitting the glass.
It's every bartender's favorite sound.
So why are you a stir versus a shaken kind of mixologist?
More classic cocktails are stirred. So, and that's what I was kind of trying to go with this. A classic, just beautiful cocktail, a lot of flavor. But we try to figure, the Sagamore.
I gotta ask you too, Rye Here, Rye Now. Fatboy Slim fan?
Yes.
You're singing it yourself in your head. I know you are right now.
Right.
I'm not sure allowed to sing it on the internet, but.
Right.
Wendy Hodges, as you're hearing the shaking and the moving and the music of the bar, are you getting ready for this cocktail?
I'm very excited for this cocktail. I was just talking with my fellow judges here about the reason why you would stir a drink as opposed to shake it. Spirit forward drinks, you want to get that dilution in there, but you don't want it too diluted. And so that's why you would go with a stirred over a shaken, for sure.
Very nice.
And I can't wait to be calm, i.e. tipsy.
Exactly. We're basically doing yoga here. And when you express the oil of the lemon, that just brings the whole flavor profile together.
You know what? It's actually kind of minor, but when you do it, it makes the whole cocktail come together. Like, because there's no citrus really in this cocktail, it makes that cocktail really just brighten up.
When you were figuring out which cocktail to enter in to the Cocktail Showdown, how many iterations, how many thoughts went through your mind before you landed on the Rye Here, Rye Now?
A million, actually. See what happens. So.
And you are our leadoff here with the Rye Here, Rye Now. So let's go ahead and see what the judges think.
There you go. Cheers.
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 Cheers. The Rye Here, Rye Now. Robin Dixon, what do you think?
Cheers. This is actually fantastic. I love it's very smooth. The citrus is like just perfect. It's not too overpowering, but it's just enough to just make it something that I feel like I could drink very quickly and get in trouble with.
That relax, that calm you were talking about before.
Exactly. I'm impressed. I like it.
Brian Tracy, what do you think?
I'm really impressed. I like spirit forward cocktails as well, but it's spirit forward, but it's got layers in there. It's easy to drink. That Amaro, a little bit of sage, a little bit of that herbalness in it. It's really well done, and I love the citrus on it as well. So very impressed.
Very nice. Cheers, Wendy. What do you think of this cocktail?
It definitely has that nice balance that I was looking for. The rye definitely is enhanced. I feel like the Amaro played very nicely, bringing out those spice notes, and the Lillet just gave it such a roundness. And of course, that zest just makes it pop.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Cheers to round one. All right, round two, here we go. Let's bring up our champion from the Central region, from Texas, Max Wingert. I knew you'd bring Texas-sized energy.
Oh, thank you. Everything is bigger down there.
Max, welcome to Baltimore. You're gonna make a gold fashioned?
The gold fashion. Yeah, kind of a take on a conventional old fashioned, but better.
All right, well, what makes
And
it so good?
Bigger, of course.
Of course.
So old fashions, I find, if you ask any bartender out there, every one of them has their own recipe, right? Everyone's got their own combination of bitters. Do you muddle things, whatever. And invariably, more often than not, even if they set the thing on fire, a lot of them are just kind of okay, you know? And I was trying to find a way to just improve upon it, build upon it, and then I struck gold.
Eureka.
That's about what that joke deserves right there.
So let's get going with the gold fashion.
Sure. So this is a stirring cocktail. We're gonna use our Sagamore rye whiskey. Crazy, I know.
Good call.
We're gonna use about 1.5 ounces version of this, which I have since improved upon. Used but the one, but I like my drinks to really have a kick to them.
So you made the gold fashion even more gold.
Yeah, I used to do the silver fashion.
Got it. Okay, I can appreciate that. And what else are you putting in here? And is it a big change from a regular old-fashioned recipe?
It's just a twist on the same sort of ingredients. So we're still going to use bitters, we're still going to use a sweetening agent, we're still going to use kind of a citrus agent, but we're using alternate forms of them. So Cointreau here, we're using 3/4 of an ounce of that bad boy. Whoop. There we go. We use that because rather than muddling an orange and a Luxardo cherry or saying a prayer to the orange peel gods or whatever.
I mean, it's only a national competition, but I understand.
No big deal. No big deal at all. So this was my choice because it's got kind of an interesting sort of almost spice to it that I find that really balances well with this Kahlua, which gives us our sweet without adding simple syrup.
We got some reaction. We got some ums and whoos, and I'm not sure was the judges or the audience or.
And then we set it on fire. No. So if you want it a little bit sweeter, you add a little bit more Kahlua. If you want it a little bit more citrusy, you add a little bit more of the Cointreau. If you want it really strong, you do 4 ounces of the Sagamore. Then
Yeah, that would definitely do it.
drink it right out of the bottle.
Supersize it.
The only thing I'd never change is the orange bitters because it can get really bitter really quick. So I do 2 dashes or a little psh, psh, that's how you know.
Make it happen. I like that.
And then we're gonna stir.
Give it a stir.
And this is the best part because this is when we get to chat. How's your life?
It's doing really good. Do you have like do you have to sing a song? How long do you chat for and you stir for?
Either until I get bored of your story or I finish my own.
Perfect. So a really short amount of time or a long amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Right. All right. So theoretically, I've got
And what glasses are you using for
We're gonna use a rocks glass because they rock.
There you go.
All right, they're warming up.
Sure we find that around here?
We've got a whiskey rock in the rocks glass. Pour it right over that bad boy. And of course, I hear you all wondering aloud, very loud over there, but wondering aloud, why the gold fashion?
That was that's a relevant question.
Yeah. That's because the garnish is, of course, what we all have lying around our house. Edible gold flake, 24 karat.
Naturally. Where does one get edible gold flake at 24 karat?
If you don't already have it lying around your house.
I mean, I do, but I'm just asking for a friend.
First
I don't think Robin has any gold flake at her house, so just in case she needs some help getting it.
No, you can get it online. It's not as expensive as you might think. And if you don't have literal edible gold flake,
what is a good substitute if you don't have it laying around?
There's a lot of stuff. If you look around your house, you'd be surprised.
Like tinfoil?
Well, we've got you could use a little tinfoil. That'd be more of a tin fashion.
I think that's a bad idea.
I was hanging out with my grandmother, Nana. She's my badass Nana, Banana for short. She gave me this the other day. This is a family heirloom.
What is that?
It's a good question. So this is gold and sterling silver. This is from the old days. This is a hard-boiled egg top cutter.
Oh.
You guys know how much you struggle with those dang hard-boiled eggs.
My goodness. So
you can throw that in your glass, give it a little pizzazz.
There you go. A hard-boiled egg fashion. Cheers to that.
There you go.
Well, I love this. This is delicious. I'm gonna give it a try. Let's make some more for the judges.
Yeah, you got it.
And wow, this is way to go, Banana. My family heirloom now.
All right, cool. That works. Sorry, Nana.
Let's see what the judges think of the gold fashion. Told you I was keeping it. The gold fashion. Brian Tracy, what do you think?
I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. It's spirit forward as an old fashioned should be. It really makes the rye shine, which is fantastic. I think the Kahlua brings an interesting layer, and I don't think I've seen that often with rye whiskey cocktails. So I think that's really clever, and I think it actually very complements the whiskey really well. And then just, you've done a great job of citrus and sweetness in there. So well done.
Wendy, when someone talks smack on the old fashioned, they've got to really bring it with the new version, right? What do you
Very
think?
true. No, you know what? This is a really, really nice job. I almost get a chocolate orange thing going on, and I'm trying to figure out how the heck you manage that. I don't know if it's the combination of the rye and the Kahlua, but it's absolutely stunning.
Could have been 24 karat magic.
It could have. I mean, it is magic. It's magic in a glass. No, but it's really nice, and the rye really stands out at the end, which is nice because you get that citrus or the orange, I should say, not just so much citrus, but you definitely get that orange in the beginning, and then the coffee comes through with a hint of chocolate. Still trying to figure that one out. It's just rye all over your palate. It's really good. Well
Robin
done.
Dixon, bring us on home. What do you think when you drink this?
I actually agree with Wendy. I was sitting here saying, like, at the end, there's something that's just like standing out, and it's making it feel like a big girl drink. It's not too strong. It's balanced with all of the flavors in it, and I'm enjoying it.
Worthy of a second order, potentially?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, we are 2 down, 1 to go. The guy who had to drive almost a half a tank of gas to get here, from Dewey Beach, from the east, Ryan Minnick. This guy, he's all dressed up in a tie. No wonder your cocktail is called the Nobleman.
Absolutely.
So you came all the way from Delaware,
The thriving metropolis of Sussex County, Delaware.
Perfect. It's on my list to go check out.
You have to.
And if you're familiar, it's like this far on the map, so we're glad you made it here today. What goes into the Nobleman?
The Nobleman is going to be a Sagamore Spirit forward cocktail with allspice dram, which contains cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, some allspice. A good substitute is going to be maybe a Cajun spice rum. From there, we're going to use yellow chartreuse, which has about 131 ingredients in it, all naturals, whether they're herbs or spices. So I wanted to sweeten up this spiced forward cocktail without using artificial flavors. And so I chose this liqueur to do so.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some ancient trade bitters here. It's good for the digestive system. They're going to have...
I look for that on my cocktail, so thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, it helps in the long run for sure. They're made with like holy saffron and basil and turmeric, so it adds a nice spice factor as well. And then we're going to settle it down with some black walnut bitters.
Wow, so we've got like 138 ingredients in this cocktail alone.
There's a good start for sure. The inspiration behind the cocktail is my childhood best friend growing up. Unfortunately took his life. And so from there, what I'm trying to do is dedicate this cocktail recipe to raise awareness for suicide prevention. And the best way that I know how to do so is by doing what I love on the biggest stage that I could find. And so we're gonna do that now.
Doing what you're doing.
Cool.
Yeah, getting the word out.
Love that.
And paying tribute.
Yeah.
Let's see the Nobleman.
All right, let's get a coffee then.
So what goes into these steps?
First, we're gonna chill our coupe.
Why did you decide on that particular kind of stemware?
Look how beautiful this thing is.
That is true. It's pretty gorgeous.
It's the fanciest cocktail glass that I could find. So we're gonna chill it first.
Perfect.
And then from there, we'll add our Sagamore Spirit, 2.5 ounces. I like to taste my booze.
Nice. Did you come up with, obviously you had the name first, then you designed the drink around it, or how did you get to this recipe?
It all started with the inspiration. And then from there, I figured that I would use all ingredients that I've never used before to try and create something.
Okay.
And so all of these are brand new to this cocktail and for me as well. So I tried to up my game, and this is the best combination that I could find after a lot of trial and error.
That's half the fun though.
So we got about a 1/2 ounce of allspice dram. A little yellow chartreuse goes a long way, so we don't want to over-sweeten it.
Is that a great compliment to any cocktail, any whiskey, any rye cocktail?
He doesn't.
It is for this one.
There you go.
I'll have to let you know when I start using it a little more.
Perfect.
So we got 2 dashes of ancient trade bitters.
For digestion.
Yep, and we'll seal the deal with some black walnut.
Sounds great.
Chill our cocktail, give her a nice little stir. We're not gonna shake this. This is big and bold and beautiful and classy. I'm trying to pay homage to the old ingredients, you know, the old times. So
Perfect. Robin, Wendy, Brian, there's a lot going on over here. We're laughing, we're crying,
there's a full show.
I believe this is what we call an emotional roller coaster.
Absolutely. And then from there, we have some smoked Luxardo cherries. Throw them in the smoker for about 3 or 4 hours. And then we're going to take a little lemon zest.
I love a well-crafted cocktail like this because it's like, but wait, there's more. Also cherries, and then we're gonna throw in some lemon zest.
There's got to be some kind of freshness to it, right? The whole thing is booze. So we got to get our antioxidants too. But this is for you.
One drink at a time.
Cheers, my friend.
Brian Minnick,
I hope
thank you very
enjoy.
much.
You're very welcome.
Cheers to our health, to your mission.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, where's mine? Thank you.
Let's get some going for the judges too, because
got
they
it.
apparently have to have them as well. And we'll see what the judges think. Ryan Minnick's The Nobleman, great cocktail, complex ingredients, awesome story. Wendy, what do you think?
Really nice. The rye definitely stands out in this one. I mean, that 2.5 ounces. And I really like the aromatics. You know, you get the citrus, but you also get that smoke from the cherries. And I even tried, drinking it without the cherry in there, but because it's already touched the cocktail, it just lays another layer of flavor on there. I've had a few drinks today.
We're having a good time, you know? This is all good.
That's
I
why
love
we're
it.
here.
Like, all right, you know? No, but it's really good, and I really like how the allspice dram just rounds it out and comes in at the end, plays with those spice notes that you get from the rye. So well done, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate
Robin, as
that
the
so much.
customer, do you love when the garnish is a little more complex and the taste is a little more complex? What'd you think?
I think it's amazing. It's definitely coming through with the bang. You know, I don't know if it's because it's number 3 and I've had a little bit more, but it's definitely heavier on the whiskey. I can definitely feel it in my system, in my bones. But the spice is also what's so interesting. It's almost like, you know, for people who like pumpkin spice, like this is like for them. You know what I mean? And like we're like leaning into that season, so it's like right on time. So I'm finding this one very interesting.
Nice. Brian, what do you think about the Nobleman?
The Nobleman, I think the rye shines for sure. So I don't have a problem with any of
That's
that.
right. He's like super fan of that.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly. I do the smoked cherries are interesting. You know, like add something to the drink when that works very well with the citrus there. And then I was a little concerned there might be a kind of a spice bomb with that spice dram, but it's actually balanced and works well together. And even though it's 2 dashes of walnut bitters, you still get it, which is really interesting. Like you think, can you really pick up on that? But you do.
Absolutely.
It's interesting. So well done.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And the digestive situation, it's basically a health food drink, but enjoy it responsibly. All right, let's recap our cocktails we've experienced so far today. Our winner from the West, Troy Del Grosso, brought the Rye Here, Rye Now. From the Central region, Max Wingert brought the Gold Fashioned. And Ryan Minnick from the East brought the Nobleman. All right, judges, final thoughts on the competition before you have the toughest job in the room today. What did you think overall of the Cocktail Showdown?
I think it was really amazing. It was a fun event. We definitely had some characters today. It's tough competition for sure. All 3 cocktails were beautiful. They were all balanced and they are all spirit forward. So it's going to be fun to go through my notes and pick a winner.
And you judge a lot with Chilled 100. I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but Baltimore was the best, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
Totally, right. There you go. Thank you. Brian, what'd you think? Competition overall?
Everybody did an amazing job. I think a lot of thought and care went into it, and that's why they're here. So very impressed with what they've done. And I'm very impressed with the way they made our signature rye shine. And so, I'm a fan of that again. So it's amazing what people do. The versatility, it's awesome.
Robin Dixon, no stranger to big personalities and cocktails and fun. What did you think of the competition today?
This is going to be a very difficult decision. I'm going to have to finish each drink and then call an Uber to get home. Okay. But no, honestly, I'm very impressed. I love them all. I would order them again at the bar. So it's definitely going to be a difficult decision.
She's going to try them all. I respect your dedication.
I'm not leaving
to the
one
process.
drop in my glasses.
Well, you have the hard decision. Think it through, secret ballot, write it down, and then a rep from Sagamore Spirit gonna grab those from you, tabulate them in the back, and we'll find out who the big winner is of the Cocktail Showdown. All right, judges, the hardest decision you've ever had to make, well, at least for today.
Every day.
The winning bartender. Write it down, put it in the envelope. Okay, there you go, no peeking, no peeking. Put it down.
Right, real small.
That's right. Slide it in the envelope. Nicely done. All right, now. There's been a lot of tasting that's happened today. And Rachel from Sagamore Spirit is gonna head out. Robin Dixon, may I grab your envelope as well?
Woo,
Thank you. Here we go. My goodness, what a party.
You might see 3 names
Go
on hers.
tabulate these. And we'll be back with the winner in just a second. We're about to crown the champion of the 2021 Cocktail Showdown. Before we do, this has been on my mind all day. Does having a great beard make you a better bartender? Like, how did this all happen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, I figured. Let's bring out Rachel from Sagamore Spirit for the big reveal. No peeking, you guys. My goodness. The winner of the Sagamore Spirit 2021 Cocktail Showdown National Final in Baltimore, Maryland. Beautiful Baltimore. Sorry, I'm dragging it out for effect. From Houston, Texas, Max Wingard. With the gold fashion. Congratulations, Max. That's a wrap for the Cocktail Showdown. Oh my gosh, everyone's a winner, including and especially the studio audience. We're gonna enjoy all of these awesome cocktails responsibly that were just made. By the way, you can try the cocktails at home. They're up right now, all the recipes on the Sagamore Spirit website. I'm Tommy McFly. Thank you for joining us. Who knows, maybe we'll see you at the Cocktail Showdown 2022. Until then, have a great day. And if you're ever in Charm City, stop by and see us.